Outlook means our vision, how we look upon. We all have different visions, but that vision is not new. That vision we have developed from our experiences in life we went through. Right? We have developed our vision, we have developed that outlook towards our life. So each and every one of you definitely has a specific, very different outlook from each and everyone. I don't think any two individuals have same outlook of life, right? Everybody has different outlook because everybody goes through different circumstances. Nobody is in a similar circumstance. No two person is in a similar circumstance. Everybody is facing different issues in life. May it be good or bad, or whatever that issue is. Everybody is facing some spatial or individual issues. Everybody is facing. And we develop that outlook depending on whatever we have gathered in our, whatever we have faced in our past lives. And these outlooks makes us think in similar way, in certain way. Right? Whatever our outlook is, that makes us think. Our thought process also designed in that way. Right? So outlook is so much similar, or can be a synonym to our thought process. Understand? Our outlook, whatever we look upon in life. Everything that we look upon in life, it is many a times synonymous to our thought process. How we think upon, what is our thought process, what kind of thoughts we are feeding to. Like in the last session, it was so nice with the sound is like that. Is it the mic problem or? You
can open the cover.
Hare Krishna. That is synonymous, no? So, basically thoughts can be divided into 4 parts. Can anybody volunteer to write in the book? Anybody volunteer? There can be, if we can just assimilate the thoughts of all the people, that can be categorized into 4 basic kinds of thought. Right? So, first is positive thoughts. Can anybody say what are positive thoughts? What are positive thoughts? Right? People say you should think positively. So, what are positive thoughts comprised of? Yes, hope. Always hopeful. Doesn't matter what is the situation going on in life. The person who has cultivated positive thought, he is always hopeful, right? Anything else? What does positive thought mean? One is hopefulness. And yes, having faith, faithfulness. Anything else? Positive thought. This side? Yes, having mercy. Merciful. So whatever good qualities we can think of, This is the result of positive thoughts, right? Second is, you can just negative thoughts. One is positive, then definitely the other will be negative thoughts. Yes. What are negative thoughts? Huh? Depression. Okay. Why does depression happen? Hopelessness. And discouraged. Okay. And huh? Jealousy. Okay. Desire. Yes. Fear. The response is more now. What should I assume out of this? What should I assume? Anyway, so these are qualities of negative thoughts. Huh? Third is routine thought. Can anybody say what does routine thought mean? It's like?
Go there and do that.
Yes. We kind of every day. Yeah, we kind of wake up every day in the morning. We just plan out the day. Like I will go now and fresh up and then I will prepare for the office or college and I'll take this and that. With their thoughts, right? Thought process. This is called routine thought. And fourth is waste. Waste means there is no value of these thoughts. Waste. What does waste thought mean? Hankering and lamenting. We sometimes think of the past and lament. If that would be such, I would have been in a different position in life now. If that would have happened, I would have been more happier than I am now. These are wasteful thoughts. Wasteful. There is no value of this because whatever has happened, it happened. But still, this thought process is there in all of us. We lament for past, whatever has happened. And second is, we hanker for the future. Something to be happening. Something to be happening. We hanker. Suppose I think that if I get that, I'll be more happy. We just presume things more than what we deserve. That is hanker. I know that I deserve this much, but we wish for more and more. Hankering. These two thoughts are actually wasteful thoughts. It doesn't actually really give us anything valuable enough. Unproductive. This is unproductive. Can you say why? Why? Why this is unproductive? Why lamenting is unproductive? Why hankering is unproductive? It consumes our time. It takes us somewhere in the past or in the future. It doesn't let us stay in the reality. What we are now. What we should do so that we can upgrade ourselves. These two thought process doesn't let us stay in the present. Doesn't let us upgrade ourselves. Upgrade our quality of life. So this thought process. As I have said, outlook, how we look upon life is so much synonymous to our thought process. How we think. How we think. What is our thought process? Four kinds of thought process, basically. These are four kinds of thought process. That means if we can assimilate everything, all the thoughts that everyone has, we can just subtract it and just conclude into four types. Out of this, nowadays medical scientists say that positive and negative thoughts create different kinds of hormones in our body which lead our health into two different ways. Just like negative thoughts, if we have a negative perspective in life, if we have negative outlook in life, so this creates, and doesn't even know what does it create, this kind of thought process? Huh? No, adrenaline. by this hormone which is secreted by this kind of thought process, adrenaline, how it affects our body? It higher our blood pressure. Many times people get heart attack out of it. Much fear, much excitement, sudden fear suddenly increases the secretion of adrenaline. Like people jump off from the airplane. Does it have any value in our life? Jumping off a cliff doesn't have any value. But still people do it because people lack excitement in life, and that excitement they try to gather from this kind of thoughts, this kind of experiences, sudden experiences, and it creates adrenaline. Right? And this leads to bad health many times. It doesn't lead to a healthy life, but also a very degraded health. And second, if we can develop positive thought process, taking out the good of everything, taking out good from whatever happens in life. This secrets what? I just because I'm not a doctor, but I just did the research and one second, did I write? Endorphins. Positive thought process secretes endorphins in our system, which leads us to peacefulness, a sense of peacefulness in life, sense of satisfaction in life, sense of calmness in life, when we are calm in whatever situation we are in. So this is the effect of positive thought process. Right? So as in the last class we ended with the discussion that we should try to look upon ourselves. Right? Does anybody remember the conclusion? We should try to look upon ourselves. What are we in? We should try to question ourselves. So what should be the basis of our question? This should be the basis of our question. Basis is what kind of thought process we have. What kind of thought process we are stuck into. In maximum, it doesn't mean that we constantly have only one kind of thought process. It is mixed. But we should try to ask ourselves, which thought process do I get most influence of? What type of thought process do I most influence of? Is it like, am I influenced with positive thought process? Am I influenced with negative thought process? Like those who are negative people, doesn't mean that they are always negative, but whenever situations comes, they only take negative out of it. For example, if I say there is a garden full of roses, what does negative people will say? Yes, it is full of roses, but thorns are more than the roses. But if someone is positive, they will see the roses. They see it is full of beautiful roses filled up with so many colors. Then if I ask, did you see anything else? Yes, the rose garden has so many bushes. And also, if I say, do you see anything else? Then I will say, yes, I see more leaves and so many things. What do you exactly see? Anything else? Yeah, there are some thorns also. So, positive outlook really means taking out so much good in life. Whatever happens, like another example can be quoted. Like people see this full moon, and people are mesmerized with full moon. So those who are positive people will see the beautiful moon and its moonshine in the beautiful night sky. But those who are negative, have negative thought process, they will see also the spots of the moon, because it is full moon. Full moon can be the spots are visible more. There are two kinds of thought process. No? So much we can relate to. If we can relate to ourselves, if I ask now, what are we influenced with more? something will come out. The second will be, why are we influenced with all these thoughts? Does anybody know why do we get so much influence with that process? Well, because we relate to our thought process. Many times we think that what we think, that is what we are. This actually happens because of spiritual knowledge in life. There is a lack of spiritual knowledge. We give up in the demands of our mind. We give up to the demands of our mind. Basically, if we try to collect more information from the Shastras, scriptures, we cultivate a certain kind of thought process depending upon what kind of values we cultivate in life. Right? There are two kinds of basic qualities, values in life. There is one is demoniac values or qualities. One is qualities of the demigods. Two kinds of qualities we can cultivate. And what we cultivate, that kind of thought process will get there. Because ultimately, what kind of thought we are cultivating, this leads to how we are cultured. There is a chain of thought process to culture. Like whatever we think, that leads to what we speak. Right? What we naturally think, that leads to what we speak. What we speak leads to how we act. How we act leads to certain kinds of habits we develop. Certain kinds of habit that we develop leads to what character I have made of myself. And my character will define my culture. Right? The whole culture that I am creating around myself, whatever culture I am in. So our thought process really defines what we are. It doesn't. Many times think, okay, I am just thinking in myself. इससे फर्क क्या पड़ता है? I can think anything, whatever I want. But actually, somehow or other, in subconsciously or consciously, we are making our destiny. We are making our whole existence on how we think of what our outlook in our life is. So now, our endeavor should be to change this outlook, change the thought process. Yes, we should definitely maintain a routine life that will help us to change our thought process. A routine life we should definitely our lifestyle, as we have said, we were discussing last class. No? Lifestyle affects a lot in how we think. If a person wakes up 10 o'clock in the morning, what kind of thought process will he have? He doesn't have any basic plan for the whole day. He'll just keep on going without any result out of it. But if a person tries to wake up early in the morning, does some spiritual activities of chanting, or doing some exercises, or reading some holy Gita or Bhagavad, this will regenerate new thought process. So, to cultivate, to know, to make us more and more positive, we really require very strong information from the scriptures. What does scripture say? The scripture says that there are basic two kinds of characters, two kinds of values one can cultivate. One is demoniac and another is demigods. Devata, Danav, या देवता, सभी सुनो. Example ऐसा आता है श्रीमद् भागवत में. There is this story of demigods and the demons. So what are the basic difference between demigods and demons? Do you know? According to Ramayana, Demons can be very beautiful. It's not like what you have seen in the TV, right? Demons are showed like long beard and long ears and big curly hair and just very dark complexion and very ugly look. It's not exactly like that. Demons can be very beautiful. In Ramayana is saying, when Hanuman saw Ravan first time in life, he thought he is so much similar to a demigod, so beautiful, mesmerizing personality. But then one character, one quality that is making him demon is godlessness. He doesn't obey the law of God. That makes him demon as he is. That made him act like so much obnoxious in his whole life. He did so many sinful activities. So demigods can be physically very beautiful, doesn't matter. What is his thought process? So what is the basic difference between a demigod and a demon? Does anybody know?
Their thoughts.
Huh?
Their thoughts.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? What does demigods have which demons doesn't? Or what makes them different? Devotion to? Who is it? Okay, devotion to God. There is bhoga vritti. Bhoga vritti means we try just to exploit. And there is seva vritti. We try to serve others. There are two kinds of values that shapes our thought process. What are these? Bhoga vritti and seva vritti. Like this example goes, there are so many examples. Mahabharata has so many examples, like Srimad Bhagavatam. So there was this event when both demigods and demons were there for a feast, But all the participants who were coming to the feast was made to tie with long bamboos in their hand. And they were made to sit in rows. They were sitting in rows. So when they were served with feast, with food, can they eat? Because they are tied with bamboos. They cannot eat. Their hands are like straight. They cannot eat. They cannot hold their hand. So they cannot eat. So the demons are frustrated. Such nice things are here, but they cannot eat. But similar right? Near them. They cannot eat themselves, but they can feed others. So this is the basic quality. Then demons cannot think of service. They can always think of exploitation. And when they cannot exploit, they become depressed. So that also concludes that depression is demonic. If someone is depressed, that means they are somehow or other overwhelmed with demoniac qualities. Bhogavritti, they have enjoyed their senses so much that they have become frustrated and depressed now. They cannot think of doing anything else. But Sevavritti always gives us hope. It gives us positive thought process. This vritti, this endeavor to serve others, it gives us what? Positive thought process. It always makes us peaceful and calm in life. Just like the demigods, we are always calm and peaceful. Negative thought process has so many more other qualities like enviousness, lust. Lust is a very grave quality. Actually, from lust, all other negative qualities develops from lust. Like Duryodhana, he was lusty. Lusty towards Draupadi. That's why he took out various reasons to insult Draupadi in front of the whole Kuru dynasty. What was his reason to insult Draupadi? What was Duryodhana's reason to insult Draupadi in front of everyone? Yes, she did. Duryodhana didn't know the divine personality Draupadi is. That she was blessed by sun god. That she will always remain virgin. Doesn't matter how many she marries. But of course, she was blessed also. Duryodhana didn't know. And she found, and since Duryodhana was attracted lustfully, so Duryodhana found out various ways to insult Draupadi also. Much for taking some revenge from Draupadi, because of course she insulted Duryodhana in various circumstances. So when we give food to lustful thoughts, actually this leads to our destruction. This leads to our destruction, like the whole Kauravas were destroyed just because they have insulted Draupadi. Lust can destroy us. Lust can make us do vicious things in life. Similarly, enviousness. There is this sloka in Bhagavad Gita where it is saying that when lust is developed, how lust is developed, do you know? How we develop lust in our heart? In second chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 51 sloka, Bhagavan is saying, Krishna is saying, how we develop lust in our life? When we concentrate our senses in some sense object, we develop attachment from it. We develop attachment towards that sense object, and from that constant attachment, lust develops. And because lust cannot be satisfied, that lust transformed into anger. And from uncontrolled anger, Krodha bhavati sammoha, one becomes deluded in life. What is good, what is bad? For him, it is like totally condition of ignorance. He doesn't know what is good and bad, because his anger is uncontrolled. And from that uncontrolled anger, one loses his memory of what is good and bad. Smriti dhamshat buddhi nasha. One loses intelligence. What has to be done? क्या करना चाहिए? Like some people, they just murder out of nowhere. How can anyone just kill anyone? Can you think of it? No. Many times people kill animals. It is said that, Prabhupada used to say many times, why there is this murders and vicious activities going on all around? Because people do not know what to eat. People do not know what to eat. People are killing animals like they are something to eat. Sometimes when I go in the street, I see these people carrying this hen in the back of the bicycle, just like vegetables. Legs are tied all together, 9-10 hands together, and then just carrying. They do not know that these are poor animals. They are not meant to be eaten. They are meant to live their own life. We are not meant to hate that. If people are so much engrossed with these demoniac qualities, they lose this vision of what is good and bad. They lose the intelligence of what is good and bad. And then when one loses the intelligence of what is good and bad, his life is destroyed. They are just preparing their own destruction in life. Smriti Namshat Buddhinasha Buddhinashat Pranashyati. Pranashyati means destroyed. His life is totally into hand. So now, how do we decide what kind of qualities will develop in us? What are the factors that makes us determine? Right? In a company, there are different kinds of people working. Right? There are A-class employees, B-class employees, C-class employees. Right? These three classes of employees, they are engaged in three different kinds of activities. Like A-class employees, they are like the managers and CEOs who just manage the whole company and then they are really peaceful and all. B-class employees are like troubleshooting kind of employees. Just what to say, clerks and all this. And C-class employees, those who are like sweepers and all. They do not have so much intelligence to manage a company. How does that is decided? What kind of activities they will do in the company? Does anyone know? What? Capabilities. How this capability is decided?
Their knowledge. Their knowledge.
The knowledge they have acquired. And actually there is these three modes of nature. There is this goodness, passion and ignorance. People in goodness, they are meant to be very peaceful and intelligent. The word very peaceful.
You might get some body to just keep your backside. Okay, I'll just see this.
People in goodness, they are meant to be very calm and peaceful. People in mode of passion, they just are workaholics, Workaholics. They love to act, they love to work, they love to be active. Be it whatever kind of activity. Sometimes they do mistakes, sometimes they do good things, but they just do it, And ignorant kind of people, they do not know what to do. They are just engrossed with hopelessness in life. For example, heard this story many times. I don't know if you have heard. I used to hear this in childhood. This man who sells cap. He has caps and he sells cap by roaming all around. And one day he was resting under a tree and his caps were taken by the monkeys. Anybody hear this story? Doesn't even know what the... So just imagine, if a person is in the mode of ignorance, what will he do when the caps are stolen? No, those who are in ignorance. Those who are in ignorance, what will they do? Will become hopeless. He'll just leave the basket and go, I am just in loss today. All the caps are taken by the monkeys. I am in total loss. It's just hopeless situation now. He'll just not act like any hero. And he'll become inactive, hopeless.
Can you please explain three modes of nature for the new student one?
I'll just explain after this example. So, mode of ignorance. Mode of ignorance means people who are in the mode of ignorance, they are always hopeless in life. They do not know what to take out of any situation. They always remain hopeless, whatever the situation is. And secondly, if the person the cab seller was in the mode of passion, what would have been done? He would have thrown stones. What will it lead to? Will the monkeys give the cabs back? No. They will just run away with the cabs. But those who are in the mode of goodness, they will know what exactly should be done. What he did? Huh? No. What does the story says? So the cab seller was wearing a cap himself. So what he did, he opened the cap and threw it in the basket. And everybody knows that monkeys imitate. So when the monkeys saw that the cab seller opened his own cap and threw, monkeys also did the same thing. They also opened their cap and threw. So mode of goodness, people who are in the mode of goodness, they know what should be done in what situation. They are very intelligent and peaceful and calm. Let's try to understand these modes in another example. Suppose we are all stuck. We went to a cinema hall, a big hall with only one exit. Only one exit. So there was this sudden news spread that there is this fire in the hall. So what will the three kinds of people do? Those who are in the mode of ignorance, what will they do? They'll just start howling and crying and do nothing out of it. They'll become hopeless. What will the mode of passion people do? They'll just run hither and thither, just disturbing everyone. What will the mode of people in a mode of goodness do?
Search for extinguisher.
Yes, they'll search for extinguisher, they'll search for alternative options to go out of the hall. Maybe probably they'll make some phone calls. Something they will do. So these are the modes which is controlling every living entity in this world. We're all living entities, right? We're not just bodies. We are being controlled by the modes of nature. These modes are controlling our thought process. These modes are controlling everything. And we are the one who decide which kind of modes we will again give space in our heart. If we develop qualities of demigods, seva vritti, mode of goodness develops in our heart. Right? If we develop bhoga vritti, we try to enjoy in all the situations. Just parties and whatever happens, just party. What kind of modes will we give space in our heart? Passion. Yes. And when passion is developed, this mode of passion leads us to mode of ignorance. Why do people fall in ignorance in life? Hopelessness in life? Because they have tried to enjoy in all the possible ways, but nowhere they got satisfaction. They didn't get satisfaction from anywhere. That's why they fall hopeless, they become depressed. So we should become very much aware what kind of values we are developing in our heart. Is it the bhoga vritti or the seva vritti? Suppose, for example, there is this two example of bhoga vritti and seva vritti. From different kind of relations we see in Mahabharata. There is this relationship between Sudama and Krishna. Sudama Brahman and Krishna. And another relationship between Dronacharya and Drupada. Right. Both Sudama and Krishna studied together in a Gurukul. And Drona and Drupada also studied together in a Gurukul. So when they were child, Drona and Drupada, so Dronacharya, Drona was a Brahmana and Drupad was a Kshatriya. So Drupada promised that when I become a king, so I'll be your friend. Whatever you require in life, I'll help you. So after a long time, when Drupad became a very great king, Dronacharya was a Brahmana, and somehow he was going through misery in life. So he remembered that, okay, my friend is there, Drupada. He promised me that he will help me. So why not just go there, because I am Brahmana, he is meant to help me. So when Drupada went, Dronacharya went to Drupada, Drupada just ignored him like he didn't know him, because it was a question of his prestige. He was a great king. How can he be friends with such a wretched, poor Brahmana? But somehow or other, Dronacharya tried to communicate with him and asked him to kindly help. But Drupada said that I do not remember whatever I have promised. You just take this small alms, Bhiksha le lo aur chala jao. I don't want to meet you. I don't want to become friends with you anymore. So Dronacharya was a Brahmana. He was determined. He wanted to take the revenge. What did he do? Yes, Dronacharya became the martial art teachers of the Pandavas and Kauravas. And later on, Pandavas defeated Drupada. And Dronacharya took half of the kingdom from Drupada. But then Drupada also cultivated this revenge, that I want revenge. Then later on, from Drupada came Krishnadumna, who later on killed Dronacharya. So is this Bhogavritti or Sevavritti? It is Bhogavritti, right? Another example is of Sudama and Krishna. So Sudama and Krishna was studying in a same Gurukula. So one day, you see how God is great, how Krishna is great. So Sudama and Krishna, they went to serve his spiritual master, They went inside the forest to collect firewood. And that same night, a great thunderstorm came, and they got stuck inside the forest. Somehow they both became hungry, and Sudama had some food in between. But he didn't want to share with Krishna. This is my food, why should I share? So somehow the time passed, and Krishna became a great king, king of Dwarka. And Sudama became, he married and he got this family, and somehow he was not keeping to do in life. So the wife of Sudama said, you have your friend Krishna in Dwarka, why don't you go and ask for some help? Sudama said, no, he's my friend, how can I ask any help from him? I am meant to serve him. But by various situations in life teaches how to serve God. In childhood he was neglecting somehow because he was childish. But now Sudama knows that he has to serve his friend Krishna. So he agreed to visit Krishna, but not to ask anything, but to just pay him a visit. So he took some cheap rice with him. So after going to Dwarka, he met with Krishna, and he didn't know what to do. But Krishna, when he saw Sudama, he was overwhelmed with love for his friend. And since he was a Kshatriya, so-called externally Kshatriya, so he was meant to serve Brahmanas, so he was washing the lotus feet of Sudama. He was serving him. So Sudama was so impressed. He was remembering what kind of friend I was. But at least today I got something. But he was feeling embarrassed to be with Krishna. Because Krishna is such a big king. He was Dwarkadish. And I am a wretched Brahmana. How I can give a morsel of cheap rice to him? It is not befitting. But still somehow Krishna came to know, and he just snatched that gift from Sudama. And he accepted whatever Sudama had. And later on, we all know what happened. Sudama didn't want anything from Krishna, but Krishna gave. But this is the relation of love. And this is seva vritti. But God wants to serve His devotees. And devotees wants to serve God. But the similar example, two other friends, Drupad and Drona, they just was enamored with the feelings of revenge towards each other, which led them for their own destruction. So, what kind of gunas we are affected in our life? It will, how that will be decided? What kind of vritti we are giving space in our heart? Are we giving space to bhoga vritti, enjoying more and more in life, enjoying somehow or other? आजकल एंजॉयमेंट का कोई सीमा नहीं है ना, कुछ भी हो, छोटा मोटा कुछ भी हो जाए, एंजॉयमेंट चाहिए, है कि नहीं? हाई सेकेंडरी पास कर लिया, पार्टी हो जाए, पार्टी ऐसा पार्टी नहीं, पार्टी कहाँ करते हैं, कहाँ करते पार्टी? आप लोग अच्छे लोग हैं, पार्टी कहाँ करते हैं? Clubs and pubs and bars. So bhoga vritti, this always leads us misery in our life. It leads our life in miserable conditions. But seva vritti, seva towards Supreme Person of Godhead, seva towards His part and parcel, living entities, seva attitude. This leads us to very peaceful life with happiness, a healthy life, because positive thoughts leads to healthy life. There are more examples of love and lust. Another example is those who have cultivated lust in their heart, they are destroyed. Can anybody give some example? Yes, Ravan. Ravan tried to enjoy Sita, enjoy the energy of God, and he was destroyed. And the same pastime, who were the ones who served Rama? Hanuman, Sugriva, all these devotees of the Lord. Although they are monkeys, monkeys are meant to be very lustful. But because they are devotees of God, devotees of Rama, they overcome lust. They overcome this, although they are in a monkey body, meant to be very much, in bhoga vritti, but Hanuman was a perfect celibate. Nobody was as celibate, as successful celibate like Hanuman, because he was so much purely dedicated and devoted to Rama. Can do anything for Rama. That's why he was able to conquer the lust. He was able to conquer the lust. There is this example when Hanuman went to Lanka in search of Mother Sita, and Hanuman entered in the palace of Ravan, that handsome and attractive Ravan. Ravan is sleeping in a king-size bed, and all around was naked women, just lying all around, because Ravan was in bhoga vritti. But Hanuman was not attracted towards anyone, because he was in search of Mother Sita. Why? Because he has to serve Rama. So he was not overwhelmed by lust. He was not affected by lustful thoughts. That's what we, because although the situation was so much provocative, but he was not affected. More example of such like Haridas Thakur. He was so overwhelmed by chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and serving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotees, that the most beautiful woman of Bengal, he was sent by the Qazi to taste Haridas Thakur. So continuously 3 nights that prostitute came to allure Haridas Thakur. But Haridas Thakur was not affected by lust. Every time he neglected that prostitute. But later on that pursuit became devotee. But Haridas Thakur continued with chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So, definitely if we are willing to rise, if we are willing to rise our good self, higher self, if we want to activate our higher self, we should activate our seva vritti. Seva vritti towards God, seva vritti towards the Supreme Personal Godhead. Because by that seva vritti, our perspective to serve everyone will develop. Service towards humanity without service to God is fruitless, which is not possible. Many times, many philosophies are there where they teach us that service to humanity is service to God, which is fruitless. There are many institutions which will teach you all that there is, God lies in between the human. You serve human, you will serve God because human is God. And in the background they will kill animal also for their stomach, for their tongue. There is no way that is spirituality. Seva vritti means service attitude towards all the living entities, not only human. Because a perfect spiritual vision means we see that same spirit soul is there in all the animals and plants and human and everyone. So we do not want to destroy anything for my own pleasure. Rather, no. We serve God, automatically everybody becomes satisfied. Yes, because Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushti. Somehow or other, if you satisfy the Supreme Person of Godhead and His representative, everybody is satisfied. Because it is not possible for us to satisfy everyone, each and every living entity. For example, common example, if an employee in an office tries to satisfy all other colleagues of him, can he satisfy everyone? No. If he can satisfy the owner of the company somehow or other, everybody will automatically become satisfied with it, towards his work by his sincerity. Right? So similarly, if we become sincere and sincerely devote our thought process in seva vritti towards the Supreme Personal Godhead, whoever is connected to us definitely will become satisfied somehow or other. There is this example in Mahabharata where this Durvas Muni. So Durvas Muni was sent by Duryodhana to Pandavas who were there in Vanvas. So Durvas Muni used to travel with 60,000 of his disciples together. So Duryodhana said this is very nice chance to degrade the Pandavas, because if Pandavas cannot satisfy Durvas Muni and his disciples, Durvas Muni will curse Pandavas and they will become more degraded and they will never return to Hastinapur. That was his plan. So Durvas Muni was sent, and Durvas Muni was sent in a time when everybody was finished with lunch. All the rishis that Pandavas are feeding, and Pandavas had this Akshay Patra that once Draupadi takes food, for that day that Akshay Patra will not produce any more food. Right? So Durvas Muni, he went in a circumstance when Draupadi already took food for that day. And Pandavas were really fearful. Now what will happen? How can we feed such a huge quantity? It's not possible, because Draupadi has already been fed. Somehow Durvas Muni said, okay, I am going to bath. After I come back from bath, I will take prasad, will take food, kindly prepare. So Pandavas were in tension. Now what will happen? But Draupadi was intelligent. She started to pray to Krishna. So Krishna immediately manifested himself, and for Krishna, Draupadi was like his own sister. Draupadi's other name was Krishna because she was so much similar in complexion to Krishna. Very beautiful. So Krishna said, is there any morsel of food or some small grain that is attached to that container? So Draupadi tried to search and she found one. So she took this small grain of food and gave it to Krishna. And Krishna took that small grain of food and he accepted that, and Krishna was totally satisfied with what his pure devotee gave him. And once Krishna became satisfied, fulfilled, all the disciples of Durvas Muni, including Durvas Muni, become satisfied. No more hunger. They were burning in the water. Right? So now they were meant to come back, but Durvas Muni was fearful now. Now the Pandavas definitely has prepared food for us, but we cannot eat now. What should we do? So they fled from the river itself. The river came to Pandavas. This way, Pandavas were saved again. So somehow Pandavas, including Draupadi, was successful in satisfying Krishna. And by that process, Pandavas were always aloof from any kinds of dangers. Whatever dangers came, Krishna always protected them. Why? Because there was this seva vritti towards Krishna. Seva vritti towards God, which is so important. And by that seva vritti, pure seva vritti towards God, Devi Yasha Gunamayi Mahamaya Duritya, we are all enamored with these modes of nature. Goodness, passion and ignorance. We are all. By service towards Supreme Person of Godhead, Mam Epaya Prapadyante Mayamitam Taratide. Lord Krishna himself help us to come above these modes of nature. Help us to become non-effective towards these modes of nature. Helps us to become balanced in life just by serving Krishna. So that implies only service to God will lead us to total satisfaction, not service to humanity, not God. So excluding God consciousness, whatever we do in our life will always lead to bhogavritti. Right? Excluding God consciousness, Krishna consciousness will always lead us to bhogavritti. Big stalwart servants of society, they fall back. Why do they fall back? And why those who were servants of God has served immensely to the whole human society. Actually, Prabhupada, he was servant of God. He served all human society by giving everyone the pure knowledge of God, by distributing transcending literatures, by writing transcending literatures and giving and distributing to everyone. We are all living entities, we all human beings are benefiting from it. Because this is real human service. This is real social service. Right? To give pure knowledge to others. Pure knowledge devoid of any kind of fruity activity, which only leads to bhogavritti. Right? So, seva vritti is very important. Seva vritti or devotion towards God. Because that will lead us to fulfillment, satisfaction. We become situated in mode of goodness. And Bhagavad Gita, God, Krishna is saying that by cultivating mode of goodness, we are encouraged to rise more higher in life. By situating ourselves in mode of goodness, we develop transcendental knowledge. What is transcendental knowledge? Our relationship with God. That is slowly revealed, that is later parts. But then, devotion to Krishna always leads us to peaceful situation in life. Doesn't matter whatever situation we are in. If we have developed the seva vritti, This will always lead us to what? Peace, tranquility, fulfillment, satisfaction, whatever good qualities we can think of. Our thought process will change. This is a new outlook. The whole outlook is changed. And living entities, we have been roaming all over the creation from eternal lifetimes, from eternity. But now somehow or other, by very great fortune, somehow or other we have got connection with Lord Krishna. Somehow or other, very great fortune. We've got connection to Lord Krishna. We should always remember that whatever we do, even if we have come only one day in Krishna's temple, like this Rukmini Krishna temple, we have taken darshan of Rukmini Krishna, we have taken some prasadam of Rukmini Krishna, the credit that we have gathered in our heart will never get destroyed. The credit of good activities in this world gets destroyed. Like nobody remembers whatever good we do. Just if you commit one crime, whatever good activities you have done in the past will be forgotten. But Krishna never forgets, even if we have come and did one simple service towards Krishna. Krishna never forgets that. That's why Krishna says that Swalpam apyasya dharmasya prayati mahato bhaya. Even if it neha become nasosti pratyabhayana. And if we are intelligent enough, we will always fan this spark of serving towards Krishna. If we are intelligent enough, we will continue, keep on coming here regularly, continue, keep on chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra until we get Krishna back. The most intelligent one, right? Only they can do. Are we intelligent? Do we want to become intelligent? Who wants to become intelligent? Yes, Krishna says, Krishna is saying, out of many millions who are trying to become perfected in life, only one out of millions try to know God. And out of millions who try to know God, out of millions, only one knows God as He is. Right? Very rare. So I'm sure you are one of the many rare people who have come. And please don't stop coming, keep on coming and try to fan this spark of serving towards Krishna, service attitude towards Krishna and His devotees. Kindly chant Hare Krishna Mantra every day. If possible, not if possible, you must read this transcendental literature that Prabhupada has written, starting from small books. And who has taken small books of Prabhupada from the counter? Who are yet to take? Who have not taken till now? Any book? You can just prefer taking small books of reading by Srila Prabhupada. There's many small books. You can take Bhagavad Gita also directly, no problem. Start reading these books. Try to relate your internal life with these books and definitely get help. These books will help us to rise ourselves in the mode of goodness. In this way, we come to the conclusion. I have concluded in this way. I have discussed several points today. I have started from outlook is synonymous to our thought process. How we look upon our life is so much similar to what kind of thought process we have. The four kinds of thoughts. And these thoughts are determined by what kind of values we feed in our heart. There are two kinds of values. What are these? Yes, Bhogavritti and Sevavritti. And that Sevavritti is always peaceful. It will lead us to always higher in life. And Bhogavritti always leads us to degrading. And who is the perfect person for our Sevavritti? Krishna and his devotees. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. thank you so much. Anybody has any question? We all can discuss. Yeah. And till the time Prasadam comes, we can discuss. Yeah. No, it is Krishna, not Krishna. It's Krishna. Krishna means Nanda Sudha Krishna, son of Nanda Maharaj. Yeah.
Sometimes some language problem may be there, so it is only indicating to that Mahamantra.
Yes, Mahamantra means we are denoting the Supreme Personal Godhead. Anyone else? Any question? Till the prasad comes, you will all be provided with very delicious prasad. So be seated here.
Welcome. Okay.
It's almost here on the way. Okay, so
You have malas here?
who has got this Japamala with yourself? Okay. Who are yet to take malas? You can take mala, or I will give you one mala. I think eight people are there. First time? Who have come first time today? Many. Okay. So I think more than 10 or 12. So especially service to Krishna starts from two things. One is taking Krishna's prasadam, and one is chanting his name. So whatever food is offered to Krishna, it becomes transcendental, and that food, when it is taken, it purifies our consciousness. And another is we have more than 10 view. Anyway, just keep doing chanting. Yeah. So, and there is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We chant holy name of God like in Assam. Many 500 years back, a great saintly person, Sankardev, has introduced chanting the holy name. Holy name of Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Hari. The similar holy names are also chanted here. There is no difference, right? Hare Krishna Mahamantra jap karun. तो हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र ये तीनों नाम है ऐसा हरि कृष्ण और राम. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. It is a very easy and sublime process to purify our consciousness, to raise ourselves, to upgrade ourselves in higher status of life, right? And also to satisfy God, to satisfy Krishna. Krishna becomes very much pleased when we call him, when we call upon his name. When we call his name, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, we should call upon his name. Okay? So it is definitely not a fanatic religion. It is a religion which is certified by the Vedas itself. Vedas says that in the Kali Yuga, the most supreme benefit of religion can be accumulated by chanting the holy name of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Iti Sorasaka Nam Kali Kalmashnasnam Natara Bharato Upaya Sarvedesha Drishyate. The whole Vedic scripture gives one conclusion, that chanting this name of 16 names and 32 syllables, that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, gives us the supreme benefit of Vedas, that is Krishna himself. Right? So we should chant this holy name. If we don't have mala, one mala is there.
Give me that.
One question.
Yeah.
As you know, we can use everything for Krishna's service. Somewhere
For that we need to have enough determination. Are we that much devoted to God that we can engage our negative thoughts in the service of Krishna? Actually, God consciousness doesn't have any impurities of negative thoughts. God consciousness do always have most pure thoughts. But purified thoughts also create some kind of ripples of different kind of bhavas. Sometimes we may no, enviousness can never be used for God. Yes, some ripples of thought can be in perfect consciousness. Sometimes devotees become angry, but that anger is really different from what kind of anger we develop. Like Hanuman's anger was different from our anger. And we cannot be so much expert in engaged anger like Hanuman. So better to negate this negative thought process as much as possible. At least for our own good. Right? At least for our own good, we should try to negate. And try to situate ourselves in more and more goodness. And this will be possible by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Okay? So I'll just show you how to chant. Who doesn't know how to chant in mala? Okay. So I'll show you. So we have this mala here. I hope you have already provided this common mala. Does that come first time? So this is the Japamala, okay? Japamala, we keep this index finger out. Index finger out, and we keep the first bead of the mala in the middle finger and hold it with the thumb. Hold it with thumb. Yes, very nice. And we pull it towards ourselves. Not push. We pull it. Okay? By pulling, we hold each and every bead and chant the whole Hare Krishna Mahamantra fully in every bead. Okay? I'll show you. Right. Chant after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Next. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Next. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in this way, we will try to chant one whole round. Okay. Those who have malas, they can chant in their mala. Those who does not have mala right now, but have them in their home, doesn't matter, doesn't work, don't worry, just you can chant in your hand. Like we have 20 malas in your hand. So 20 into 5, how much it is? 100 plus 8, 108. So we'll chant 108 times now. Okay? Let's start. We'll chant together. Yeah. First, in the first beat, we'll chant Panchatattva mantra. Okay? Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
Try to hear nicely. Hear. Hear yourself.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा
Pronunciation. Clear.
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Sing from heart. Call Krishna.